All right, hello. Today is July. I always mess up on the dates. July 23rd, 2019. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whenever you are watching this. And I want to apologize to you that are watching and following this channel for my last video. It was absolutely terrible. I don't know how I messed up the camera angle. But, hey, for you guys that are looking for the information is good. I am still learning editing, so bear with me on that. But welcome to Plant-Based Homestead Prepper. And my name is Roderick, and I am here to help you become more of a plant-based eater, start getting your life in your home ready for a homestead, and to help you move into the prepping community. Now listen, preppers are not these tinfoil hat wearing people who are just crazy and think that the aliens are going to come and abduct everybody all the time. We are people that look at the world as it is, for what it is. For example, look at Katrina. Could you or would you have ever been prepared for something like that? Probably not. You got to get out. Thunderstorm comes through, knocks out your power for a couple, 2 or 3 days. You should be ready for that. You know, something happens in your area, knocks out water for a few days. You should be ready for that. So this topic is, how do I get started prepping? How do I get started prepping? Well, I'm gonna give you 3 things that you can start doing right now. It's gonna help you start becoming more of a prepper. Now remember this, keep the 3s in mind. You would die without oxygen, so say about 3 minutes. 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. Now I have proven several times that you can go 3 days without drinking anything. Okay, I've dry fasted several times. You can do it. However, those are under controlled circumstances. You do it where you have to do it and you're exerting a lot of energy, you're going to be in trouble. All right, so these are 3 things. These are 3 things in no particular order. All right, in no particular order, that you can start doing now to start becoming more prepped. Number one, make sure you have water, good clean drinking water. You should have at least 1 gallon per person per day, and should have a minimum of 3 gallons of water per person in your house. And if you have pets, you need more. Okay, remember that. Remember your pets. Remember your fur babies. So 1 gallon per person per day, bare minimum. I like to stock more than that. Okay, but also remember, this is real life too. You just can't stock it and not use it. You need to be stocking it and recycling, stocking, recycling, because you're using it. I'm always teach you to be prepared, but to also be practical, because I've wasted so much money in the years of my prepping that is ridiculous. So 1 gallon per person per day, and if you have pets, you need more. Number 2, make sure you have shelter, which is probably in front of water. Okay, to be honest with you. But most of us live in some kind of dwelling. We live in a house, we live in an apartment, whatever. Now when I'm talking about shelter, I'm talking about emergency shelter, like a tent. Okay, now I like bargain shopping, and I went to this place called Aldi. I don't know if you guys have them in your area, but I've been to several of them in my area, and I actually found a tent. I got a tent in my backyard right now, and it's set up for like 5 people, and you can actually stand up in this tent. That tent cost me like $79. But I saw one the other day at another Aldi's, and this was like a 3-person tent, and I think the tent was only like 20. I almost bought it myself. I think it was only like 20, 25 bucks. I almost bought it just to have a spare. But if I bought anything else like that, my wife would probably kill me. So I didn't get it. I should have. Thinking about it, I should have. So get you some kind of emergency shelter, a tent, a tarp, whatever. And then number 3, start living without now. Start living without now. Go on a day or 2 of dry fasting. Shut your power off. Shut your main breaker off in your house for the weekend, and see how you survive. See some of the things. That's probably the best advice I can give you right there. Shut your main breaker off at your house, and turn your water meter off at your house, and then live for the weekend. That will show you, and take notes the whole time. That'll show you exactly what you need in a grid down situation, a SHTF, which is poop hit fan. That'll show you definitely right there. Sleep outside for the weekend. I love sleeping outside anyway. I do it probably 3 or 4 times a month. You want to be safe about it. If you have a backyard, that's perfect, especially a fenced-in backyard. If you live in a really good area, you can do that. If you live in, not such a great area, then you probably don't want to sleep outside, but sleep on the floor. Okay, sleep on the floor every now and then. Just get your body to the level of some kind of uncomfortableness. Because remember this: if anything ever happens, the grid goes down, the power goes out. Okay, the water gets shut off for some reason. Something unforeseen happens. You're going to be uncomfortable. So the more you make yourself uncomfortable now, the better you're going to be prepared, and more prepared you'll be when and if something happens. So as always, thank you for being here. Make sure you subscribe. If you just happen on this channel, subscribe, and then hit the bell icon so you know when I've posted some videos. Okay, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. This is Plant-Based Homestead Prepper out.